Hi everyone. So I'm doing my recordings a little bit differently. I'm doing them straight from Zoom, just because it makes the video, I don't know, easier to upload. It's quicker. So hopefully the video still looks decent. So this asana practice is going to focus on the fifth chakra, Vishuddha, the throat. Focuses communication. So I'm not going to go through any more of that because there's a whole separate video on that. Watch it if you like, put some thought into some of the topics that we brought up. So at least one thing to keep in mind though, that I'll just briefly bring up again. So this is talking about communication and truth, breath. So as we're going through these movements, and we will start off with a meditation and a mantra of Om. Think about, first of all, just the physical aspect of how it might feel in the sort of jaw, neck, throat, shoulder area. Think about how the breath is moving. Notice it moving through your throat. Notice the muscles that you're moving. But also keep in mind that we're talking about something deeper, something spiritual. We're moving out of the earth elements. We're moving into ether, into space and beyond. So we're getting into things that are less tangible. We're moving out of the body with the concepts that are related to these chakras. So try to put your mind in that sort of area. Okay, find yourself in a comfortable seated position, Sukhasana, easy seat. And if you would like, so we're just starting off with 5 ohms. So if you actually want to start sitting on a bolster or kneeling, I am going to. My knees are a little bit ouchy from my run this morning. So I'm gonna sit kneeling. So we're gonna go through 5 ohms. Just as a reminder of the practice of Om, you're looking for a nice soft jaw. You're not forcing the sound. And Om sort of takes on 3 syllables, A, O, Um. And so an Om is going to be on the exhale for the most part. So we'll do 5 ohms. There'll be a, once you end one, you just sort of go right into the next one. You don't need to wait for me. And since we're not in class and you're not around other people, then you don't have to feel weird. So really let it out, let it open up. Maybe you can feel it starting in your belly and moving out into your mouth. And see how that feels. Do you feel any restriction? Psychological restriction, physical restriction to actually vocalizing, right? So this is the sound of Om, at least for this part here. Let me do one more. So we'll do that 5 times in a row. We'll sit and feel it for a little bit, and then we'll move on. Okay. Let's begin. Start to make your way from your Sukhasana into Down Dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Going from hands and knees, curl your toes under, draw your hips back. We're going to hang out here for about 25 breaths. This is about the time you would take in a handstand or headstand. Nice long, deep breaths. Relax your face and neck. If you need to come in child's pose at any point, do that. Adjust your body as you need to. As you settle into the pose and as everything changes with the breath and with time. So it's about 10 breaths for me. It's about 15 breaths. About 20. Got about 5 more left. Two more breaths and we'll come into child's pose.
Start to make your way down into child's pose, taking your time. And if you need to have your head lifted, you can have your forearms stacked, forehead on your forearms, or maybe you have a block or a bolster or something. Take about 5 breaths here. Bring yourself back into down dog, only just to step to the top. Let's do a half lift. Fold forward. Bring your arms out and overhead. Hands to heart center. Let's come into a simple Tadasana, just standing with your arms down by your sides, shoulders drawn back. Feel equal weight in your heels and the balls of your feet. Stand nice and tall. Press your feet into the floor. Press your ankles out to the side, lengthen up. Deep breaths. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Maybe you're practicing Ujjayi. Take a step back with your right foot, hips, shoulders, all toes, point forward. We're coming into Parsvo Tanasana. You can grab onto your elbows or somewhere between your wrists and your elbows. Or you can do backwards prayer. I can't do it right now. I have a shoulder injury. Take a deep inhale, lift your chest up to the ceiling, lift your throat, lift your chin. On your exhale, draw yourself forward and down, leading with your chin, trying to reach your chin towards your left toes. Take 5 breaths here. Feel like you're lowering your lower ribs to your upper thigh. Lengthen up, pressing your feet into the floor, lifting your chin, and step to the top. Hands come to heart center. Step back with the left foot. All toes stay forward. Stay pointing forward. Hips and shoulders point forward. When you clasp, see if you can clasp with a different arm on top and back. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. Exhale, draw yourself forward and down. Press into both feet equally, lift your chest and chin. And exhale, hands come to heart center, step to the top. Feet parallel. Draw your hips back, Utkatasana. Arms alongside your ears, press your feet into the floor. Thighs draw towards center, they do not need to be touching. One more breath here. Press into your feet. Let's move through classical sun. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Left leg back, knee to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, palms meet. Look up, lift your chin, open the throat. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale to your knees, chest, and chin. Get that nice stretch in the throat. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg, inhale it up. Exhale it to the top, right knee down. Keep your toes curled under. Palms meet overhead, inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward, half lift, fill your lungs. Fold forward. Arms forward, up and back. Hands to heart center. This time we'll hold for 5 breaths in most of these things. Arms forward, up and back. We're going to hang out here. Press your hips forward. Arms alongside your ears. Lift your chin. Fold forward, reach forward. Sit bones go back. Fold forward, 5 breaths here. Let your neck relax. Grab onto your toes, half lift, 5 breaths. Right leg back, knee to the ground. Keep your toes curled under. This time, clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your chest, lift your chin to your degree, 5 breaths. Hands to the mat. Plank for 5 breaths. Feet hip width apart. Wrists stay under your shoulders. Don't let your butt pop up. Pull the tips of your ears away from your heels. Come down to your knees, chest, and chin. We're going to hang out here for 5 breaths as well. Cobra, 5 breaths here. Elbows stay bent, lift your chest, lift your chin. Elbows stay hugged in. Down dog, 5 breaths. This is also a release of the back bend you just held. Relax your jaw, your neck, and your skull. Bring your right leg up behind you, lift it high, and then step it to the top. Left knee comes down. Clasp your hands behind your back the opposite way that you did the last time, so it's not the natural way. Draw your shoulder blades together, lift your chest and chin, 5 breaths. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, nice long neck, long throat. Hands to the mat, the top, step forward, half lift, 5 breaths. Shoulders draw back away from your ears. Fold forward. Arms forward, up and back. 5 breaths here. Press your hips forward, lift in your chest. Let your belly move when you breathe. And hands come down to heart center. Let's take 5 breaths just like this. Take a vinyasa, inhale arms out and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Let's come to plank. And let's lower all the way down to the floor. We're coming into up dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Straight arms, lengthen your back. You can keep your legs on the floor. We're going to practice lion's breath in this. Tongue reaches out, cross your eyes, look to the tip of your nose. We're going to do 5 lion's breath. And lower down. Press back into child's pose. 5 breaths. Come to hands and knees, come into plank. Wrists are under your shoulders. Heels press away, 5 breaths. Lower all the way down to the floor. Let's come into locust. Backs of the hands on the floor. Keep the tops of your feet on the floor as well. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your chest, press your palms to the ceiling. Exhale down. Inhale, lift everything, thighs, arms, chest. Exhale down. Inhale, just lift your chest and your arms. Exhale down. This time, just lift your chest. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale down. We're coming into bow pose. There are different modifications for this. Bend your knees, flex your feet, grab onto your ankles. That's one version. You can come up onto your elbows, sort of doing a sphinx with knees bent, feet flexed. You can certainly simply reach back as well. So you can play with whatever feels best to you. We're going to hold on to this for 5 breaths. Release out of it. Come up to your knees. We're coming into Ustrasana, Camel Pose. If you need any sort of padding under your knees, go ahead and get a blanket. Toes are curled under. Hands to your lower back. You can have fingers up, fingers down, or fists. You're pressing into your sacrum. I'm going to do fingers up because I like the stretch on my wrists. Press your hips forward. Chest lifts up, chin lifts. Do not hang your head. 5 breaths. If you feel like you're ready for it, you can reach for your ankles or heels with your fingertips. Keep pressing your hips forward. You do not have to go into this version of it. If you're holding onto your feet, hands to your low back, press your hips into your hands, bring yourself up. Come down into child's pose for 5 breaths. We're releasing the back bends we just did. We just did 3 back bends in a row. Bring yourself up. Legs in front. Coming into a twist. Left foot to the outside of your right thigh. You can keep the right leg straight, or you can bring it around. You're not sitting on your foot. The heel is just next to you. Bring that leg in. Bring the left arm up, over and around. Really open up the chest, sit nice and tall. If you want to go deeper, reach your right arm up, get a stretch on the right side, and bring the elbow to the outside of that left knee. And again, sit nice and tall. Deep breaths, we're taking 5 of them. Chin is away from your shoulder, so your chin is just parallel to the floor. Look forward, unwind. Let's do that on the other side. So right foot to the outside to the left thigh of the left thigh. You can stay just like this, or bring the left leg in. I kind of like the hip stretch right now. Feels good to me. Right arm up, over, and around. Working on opening up the chest. Maybe left arm reaches up, elbow to the outside, sit nice and tall. When you breathe, feel that belly press into the thigh. On the inhale,
and then pull the belly away from the thigh on the exhale. Making sure you're getting a belly's breath. Look forward, unwind. Both legs in front. Let's just do a little Janu Shavasana. Let's tuck the right foot in, hips and shoulders square to the top. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring yourself forward and down. Keep length in the spine, shoulders away from your ears. You're creating a nice long throat. Arms alongside your ears, bring yourself up. Arms down to the sides. Switch legs. Right foot out, left foot comes in. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, come forward and down. So you're really working on the length in the spine. You're not so concerned with where, like with how far you're down you're going. And I'm holding onto my foot with my right hand only to make sure that the toes are pointing up and to rotate the foot. So I'm inverting the foot because my feet tend to open up or get weak. Arms alongside your ears, bring yourself up. Arms down to the sides. All right, so let's do another twist. I'm going to do it on this side. So the left foot to the outside. I'm going to bring the left arm around and tuck that left hand under so you can have your palm facing up. I know the video doesn't show it too well. Or the palm facing down. And you're pressing against that leg and the leg is pressing against your shoulder. Using this back hand to open up your chest. Okay, look forward. Let's keep that leg there. We're going to go to the other side. Let me show you. We're going to use now the shin, either palm down or palm up, whatever feels best. I like palm down. Maybe your left arm goes up, over and around. Maybe you can open up the chest a little bit more. Look forward, unwind. Let's do that on the other side. So the right foot is going to come to the outside and see if you can bring that left leg in. We're going to start rotating to the left. Bring that palm underneath the foot, palm down, palm up, whatever feels best. The right knee is pressing into your shoulder, shoulder pressing into your knee, using that as a form of leverage to open up. Left fingertips behind you. So you're stretching different things when you're rotating this way, and then when we rotate the other way, we're going to feel something different. Look forward, unwind. Let's go to the other side. Left arm to the outside, tucks underneath the shin, palm up or palm down. Sit nice and tall. Again, you're using the leverage Left arm pressing against the right leg to help open up the chest, give a nice deep twist. Deep breaths using your belly. The breath helps to massage the spine open a little bit more. Look forward and unwind. Legs in front, Tadasana. Feet flex, toes point up to the ceiling, wrists go straight down from the shoulders. We're going to engage all three bandhas, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. Press down with your palms. Lift your pelvic floor. That's Mula Bandha. Belly button draws into your spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Jalandhara Bandha, your chin is into your chest. Take 5 breaths. Release, Parsvo Tanasana, arms above. Come forward and down. Long neck, shoulders draw back away from your ears. Toes draw towards you, heels press away. Maybe your hands are on your ankles, on your shins. You're working on this nice long spine. Arms alongside your ears, bring yourself up. Arms down to the sides. Let's go for reverse plank. Hands back, fingers pointing towards you. Point your toes. Woo, lift your hips. Oh boy. You can feel that. Press your toes into the floor. Hips press up to the ceiling. 5 breaths. Lift your toes, lower your hips. Come onto your back. Let's do some leg raises. Going towards toes touching the floor above you. Bring your hands underneath your pelvis, palms down as back support. Legs are straight, point your toes, inhale, point and raise. Exhale, flex your feet and lower. Inhale, point and raise, maybe hips lift. Exhale, flex the feet and lower. Inhale, point and raise. Reach for the floor above you. See what you can do with that. Heels press out, come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Let's do 2 more before we actually hold it there. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down, leading with your heels. Let's do 1 more and we're going to stay there. Inhale up. Rest on your shoulder blades. This is not shoulder stand. Or it's not plow, I should say, sorry. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Hands to the floor, lower your hips. Once your hips touch the floor, lift your head, watch your legs come down, keep them straight, reach them out. Nice. Okay. Arms out to the side like a T, bring your knees into your chest, take an inhale. Exhale, legs to the left, look to the right. Bring your knees to center, take an inhale, exhale, legs to the right, look to the left. Let your leg weight settle. Bring your legs to center, arms next to you, draw circles on the ceiling with your knees. Pick a direction. Let's go in the opposite direction. Feet to the floor, let's practice Shavasana. Feet wider than the mat. Arms out to the side, palms up. Find length in your spine. If laying flat is uncomfortable, if you feel any sort of pinching in your low back, then get a blanket or something, put it underneath your thighs right up next to your butt to help with that little pelvic tilt. You're getting a 10-minute Shavasana, so make yourself comfortable. Take the time to do it. If you need to pause, you can pause. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. Sigh. One more inhale. And sigh. Let your bones settle. We're going to go through another round of 5 ohms, laying down in Shavasana when you're ready. Let your bones be heavy and let the floor support you. The mind wanders. Keep bringing it back again and again, maybe to your breath, the movement of your breath. You can count your breath. Inhale, exhale, 1, and so forth. Try to stay present. Deepen your breath. Move your fingers, move your toes, your wrists and elbows, ankles. Reach your arms above you, reach your legs away from you. And when you're ready, roll to one side. And eventually make your way back up to your easy seated position, Sukhasana, or kneeling, whatever feels comfortable for your body. Let's do 5 more rounds of Om when you're ready. May all beings in the universe be happy and free. And may our actions and our thoughts contribute to their happiness and their freedom. Namaste. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening. And thank you. And if you are out protesting, please be safe. Be careful. Keep fighting the good fight. Bye, everyone.